Hello shooters and Airsoft alert. Now, our topic for today is fixed barrel. So, what is fixed barrel? What's the advantages? Why are we using fixed barrel? Why are we upgrading to fixed barrel? So, let's get started. So, technically, there are some misconception about fixed barrel. They think that fixed barrel is once your chamber or inner barrel is screwed at your outer barrel, that is fixed barrel, which is not. The real or what fixed barrel is basically, for example, this is a original barrel which is not a fixed barrel. So once your slide is cycling, your barrel is moving like the real steel. So the main purpose of this in real steel is for your shell to extract at the chamber. So that's the main function of that. For the airsoft, it's just aesthetics, realism. But what fixed barrel is in reality, in airsoft, actually in real steel as well, is this. Basically, it's non-tilting barrel. So in real steel and airsoft, we're using fixed barrel. It helps your pistol to have smoother action because there is no movement at the barrel. At the same time, it gives you better accuracy. So it's still a debate if it is helping the accuracy, because once you fire a pistol or an airsoft, the BB comes out first, then it cycles. But for me, it's more accurate. The reason is your barrel, your outer barrel does not affect your inner barrel when it cycles. So after the cycle, after it recoils, the original position of your inner barrel and outer barrel are in the same position. Not like on the fixed or on the original barrel. When it cycles, your outer barrel moves. Now your inner barrel, you don't know if it is still on the same location or same placement. So it affects the accuracy. So it's pretty obvious that it's more accurate and it's more smoother to use, because comparing two of these guns, Shadow to Orange and Shadow to Blue or Urban Gray, this two has big difference. So for the Shadow to Blue or Urban Gray, they're using the original barrel. So it's tilting barrel like the real steel. So this one is not so accurate. It's really not so accurate. This one is fixed barrel. See? It's not moving. And they also use the barrel bushing. Maybe it helped. The barrel bushing helps. But I guess the big difference is the fixed barrel. This one is more accurate than this one. If you have a friend using this one and you also have this one, or you have both of these, try to check the accuracy. It's obviously that this one is more accurate. So yeah. So that's it for the accuracy myth about fixed barrel. So let's go about the different kinds of fixed barrel. So like I mentioned a while ago, there is a screw type, which is some of the people have misconception that the fixed barrel, it should have screws while it's not. So technically, this is the screw type. It's a manufacturer thing. It's much easier to do this. It's much easier to make your barrel fixed barrel with a screw. It's much easier to manufacture because it's just a chunk of round metal or tube. So it's much easier. Unlike this one, for example, our CSPC barrel. So this one is much harder to manufacture, but it's still a fixed barrel. So this one hooks in your chamber. Now your barrel won't tilt anymore. So this is the example. This is a Gunsmith Bros barrel, island barrel. Island barrel meaning your front sight is not moving because it's in the part of the outer barrel. So anyway, that's a fixed barrel. The chamber is not moving. As you can see, the barrel is not moving. This is not a screw type. This is, the retention is in this part. See, this is the outer barrel, this is the chamber. Now look closely. When it's moving on they're on the same movement. Not like the original barrel, once you move this, the outer barrel is still moving. So this retention is much better compared to the screw type, because over time this screw will lose thread, or sometimes it will scratch your chamber. So you will have, so your outer barrel will fly. I've experienced it 3 times before, so I moved to this kind of chamber. This kind of chamber is more expensive for this one, because yeah, it's pretty obvious because this is easier to manufacture. But advantages is it's much cheaper. Yeah, so here it is. So basically that's it. Anything else that I can add? I guess that's it for the high kappa, for the shadow, for the Glocks. For your shadow, you can just upgrade your, if you have a existing urban gray or blue, you can just upgrade your barrel with CSPC stainless barrel or CL Project Design barrel. So you will have better accuracy and smoother cycle compared this one. This one is not smooth. When using this dropping barrel, it's not smooth. It's pretty obvious. Try to change to fixed barrel, you will have better result, and it's more reliable. It's more durable, I mean. More durable and reliable because it's just moving in one motion. Okay. You see, it's super smooth. It's smooth. You can travel super smooth. Versus to this one, because it's moving, it can get stuck like this. It can get stuck like this because of this barrel. See that? Just stop that barrel, it will reset. So it's much smoother using fixed barrel. So yeah, so in airsoft pistols, it's a must-have upgrade. Most of the original barrels, the tilting barrels, they're not durable. They will break. But if you like realism, you can go for tilting barrel. Me personally, I don't like that. I still like the fixed barrel. It's more practical, it's more accurate, it's more smoother. So that's it, guys. I hope you have good idea what is fixed barrel, and I hope you learned something from it. Hi, baby.